Hello, fellow wanderers. I'm Endri. Thank you for joining me as we wander through some more Sunless Sea. We're back at Gator's Mourn. We'll explore the Mourn just to see what's there. We've seen the troglodyte prawns before. We lost 2 terror. We were at 60. We were at 69. Wow. We're going to collect our package. Oh God, they're cold. Take them from me. Take them. Where's my money? Don't you cheat me. Take them, but I want my money. 1 unstamped crate of brilliant souls. We lost 1,000 echoes, but we were given 1,000 echoes, so no problem there. Drop off the shady sword. She inhales the air and smiles, perhaps for the first time. As I remember it, she marks. Less mud, more rum. You've lost 1 shady sword, gain 120 echoes. As the winchhead, a deferential fellow in Fustian waits. He bows to the shady sword. A pleasure as ever. Huey barely favors with a glance. Presses a heavy purse to your hand, small coins stained with salt water. Together they amount to a tidy sum. So, it's nice to be able to turn her over and get basically a easy 120 echoes. And we're going to head home. We're going to stop by the Shepherd Isles. We'll probably stop by Hunter's Keep because I do really need to progress that quest. How many secrets do I have? I have 8. I'm going to spend 5 of them upping my mirrors. Because there's no reason not to. And more than likely we are about to get into a fight because avoiding that thing is going to be a pain. I guess I could just shadow it for a while. Note, it has not spotted us, and we've almost got our first targeting solution done. But I'm not really in a great hurry to do that. Oh, we should actually stop by Pigmoat Isle. That's what we'll do. See if we can't find a... oh, he finally spotted us, but our veils are so high he can't really keep track of us. Oh, that's not bad. We do want to stop by Pigmoat. We would like to resolve an event there, if at all possible. I'm hoping I remember the correct choices to make on those events, because there is a particular outcome we're looking for, and it's really chancy. I don't know if we're going to make it this time because of the randomness involved in it. Oh, we're all clear. We can turn that off. What do we have? Look, a pile of port report. Yeah, their might is pretty good. What is the dilemma? Wonderful news, Hairless Advisor. Our supply car has been bountiful. Our harvesters can temporarily be put to use elsewhere. What should we have them do? So we can raise the civilization, the might, or the spirit. And my spirit's 7, my might is 5, and my civilization is 4. So I suggest they construct housing. The harvesters rub their paws with satisfaction. With every new residence, Cavia grows. Soon it will be a city. So we have 5. We're actually exactly where we want to be, so hopefully we can keep it that way. I mean, higher would be better, but we have the minimum I would be looking for to attempt freedom for the rodents. Because at some point, other factions are going to show up here, and they're going to do things, and it's going to be bad. And yeah. I could stop there, but honestly, I want to make a beeline towards Hunter's Keep. I would like to progress that story as well. I'm about ready to do the next part of it. I think with this amount of veils, we should be okay. I don't know. It's always kind of up in the air, and if we fail this run, we'll try again next run. It's the easiest way to get one of the legacy books, of which we already have one, which is not bad. You can get a couple more, but until we get an upgraded ship, we're going to have a hard time doing that. So we need 7 firkins of honey, at the very least. And we need Creative Souls would be nice. Make my little mental shopping list. Hunter's Keep. Let us lunch with... Curious. Which gods do I have the attention of? Storm, Stone. So I don't have... Oh, and I have Salts. So I actually have all of their attention, so it doesn't really matter. I'm going to talk with Cynthia. And there we go. Something has changed. Something has changed. We're going to reconnoiter the island. And head out. We'll probably stop by there first after London this time, just in case. Oh, we're actually not heading to London yet. We're heading to Venderblight. We have something to turn in. So I need 7 firkins of honey. I know that. I need 1 Creative Souls to take to Mount Palmerston. We have to pick up 7 Zoop while we're up there, which should not be a problem. And we're going to work pretty hard on the Venturists, particular ones. We're going to try and do enough of those. It's random how many you have to do, between 5 and 10, I think. We'll hope for the smaller number. We may get unlucky in that regard. Anyway, oh, it's Vendor Bite. Sorry. All right. Let's explore since we've got the event. A wide space between the hollow temple, you happen across a stepped platform of sorts. 4 statues guard it, marked with glyphs, but all lost to time and idle vandalism. Look a little like the glyphs that decorate the Echo Bazaar in London, though. At the heart of the platform is a long-filled well shaft, too. You poke about briefly, but something in the place makes you uneasy. A frost moth the size of a farmer's hand flutters down to perch on the well's edge. Another, a third. You retreat. Let's gather gossip. We like the port report. And let's visit the first curator. And we want to hand him our Mirror Charm. That is, in fact, one of the items. Varchis. I wanted to see Varchis before I died. The Mirrored City, so glorious, but that light would crumble me like... It goes motionless for so long that you wonder if it's finally truly dead. At expels a rattling breath and points wordlessly at a cloth-seen mask on a trophy stand, half visible in the gloom. Elder Continent, it wheezes, made within sight of the mountain. Wear it and think of me. So we lost our Viric page, we have a captivating treasure, and we lost our Mirror Charm. Okay, so we need Violent. I know how to get that. We need Gant. I'm working on that still. Cosmogone is what we need the Firkin of honey for, and Apocryphin is what we're working with Pigmote for. So we're actually doing fairly well. You can do this entire quest very quickly if you save a map and you know exactly what you're looking for. So, the first watch and shouts forward arouse you. Your bosun's face is grim, you rush your cabins. We lost one. Weighed himself with pans and gave himself to the deeps. Took the cook's kettle, too. Morale is worsening, Captain. Sure. Give extra rations, we lose 5 terror, we lost 1 crew. We're just barely over half crew now, so it is definitely time to go to London. You see, we just broke 70 terror, so our chance to lose crew becomes substantially higher. I just want a nightmare. I just want a nightmare. Once I have the nightmare, we'll head towards the Chapel of Lights and we'll resolve an issue. We've got plenty of fuel to make it back to Fallen London, though. So we should be all right from here. So I want to grab the Firkin's honey, which then needs to go to Uttershroom. I need to buy some Zoop. And I need to start visiting ports. I have most of them discovered. Should not cause a problem. but we'll see. It's very hard to get the Cosmogone Shard. There's only 2 ways I know of to get it, and I think you can only get 5 in the entirety of a captain's life, which is not many at all. Very chancy, 42%. Let's talk our way out of the search. We lost 5 favors, and we get to pass, because we were carrying a lot of contraband. And we did not get nightmares. Darn it! Why are we not getting nightmares? I really want them. Look a poem. You ask if I know is here to meet you, and remark that I have eyes in the waste and eyes in the hills. If you have more eyes than a knot oracle, and they're all glad to see you. Of course, your cargo. Please accept this small token of my thanks, and please also accept my thanks. My patron's thanks, which we, being persons of honor, what understands the true nature of dealings, is much more important. Still, spending money is always good, isn't it? And a captain must eat, and so must a ship, which is why if you look under the pier, you'll find a few helpful contributions to you, and so forth. We gained 3 fuel. Excellent. 1 supply. Awesome. 200 echoes, which I really like. And, an offer for our sunlight. He'll pay 400 echoes for each, a little less than the Isle of Cats, but he's trustworthy in his way. Just saying to myself, how could the evening be further improved? And I replied to myself, perhaps only in the most favorite captains, we're returned right now with some of the golden stuff of the captain's old. That captain's old, and strike me dead if he didn't appear. We'll take the golden stuff off your hands. For a price, I must surpass the generous enters the realm of charitable donation. So we will do that. The reason we use him instead of the Isle of Cats is that we are guaranteed to get our mirror catch box back. They cost 250 each. So if they take it and they give you 600 echoes, you're better off just doing it this way. Let's head to our lodgings, spend time with our family. And since I've got a lot of these and they give 7 each, I'm going to go ahead and give them an outlandish artifact. We've read that one before. We'll see the Alarming Scholar here, who we will... By the way, he gives a ton of money for the Syrian Enigmas. We're not giving him one. They are too useful for other things. Okay. Also, we want to read the morning papers. We do want the news. We want to visit our study because we want to turn a captivating treasure into an heirloom. We have 4 of them now out of a possible 12. They're quite expensive, by the way. We want to deliver supplies for the work, which will increase the fervency of anarchists. She hisses with delight as she examines what you've brought. Yes, yes, this brings the day much closer. Here, we want to assault you with payment, but we've brought supplies to defray your costs. And these souls, they are our gratitude. They are donated freely. Do what you will with them. So we gained 1 creative human soul, so now I don't have to buy that. We gained 10 fuel. Huge. 5 supplies, and a favor with the Calendar Council. We do not want this to go over 6. If it does, we have issues. We will eventually want it to, but not now. And let's talk to the Dark Speckled Admiral. We want to submit our port reports. Gators Moor we've seen. Hunter's Keep we've seen. Underbite we've seen. Yeah, nothing special there. Pigmoat Island. Uttershroom. You spent time in Missagelia? Dear me, I am most terribly sorry. No kidding. Excuse me, I need to unlock this and this. Oops, and this. Could you place your report aside? Yes, I imagine someone will read it eventually. There's always someone. And we're now just start throwing away fuel. No, I didn't expect that to happen. Well, perhaps it's for the best. Some reports should not be reported. No, don't concern yourself. This was my 3rd best suit. The Admiralty offers a modest allowance for document-related damage. Perhaps it's best if you leave now, though. We didn't get paid for it, which is kind of sad. Oh yes, the Money Philosophers do tell. Yeah, we're just gonna be selling lots of these fuels. And what does a so-called Pirate King have to say for himself these days? I should actually like go to the shops and actually sell this fuel, but it's worth 2 echoes, so I mean, why do it, right? You know, I sometimes wonder if that place was a good idea. I didn't say that. What's the old monster up to now? Grand, yes, well, of course. We're generally quite well informed on that topic. But since you're here, perhaps you may have to let us know what your own impressions were. The Admiralty official takes note scrupulously, but with an expression of mild terror, like a novice vivisector, wincing with a scalpel. The rest of the office studiously busy themselves with other tasks. You don't get much for the Grand Geode. Con Shadow, we've seen before. Mere City, they still think we're barbarians, do they? And we're done. Okay. We have way too much fuel. I'm going to drop that down to about 15. We have way too many supplies, but I'll keep them for now. Assuming I have room to buy everything I want to buy, which I barely do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Awesome. Oh, and we need to go to London again. Who's our new recruit? I don't with the Canarian Exile. I will take the crew increased by 1. And that will be sufficient. So now we head to the Uttershroom. Possibly Hunter's Keep. Hunter's Keep on the way back, I think. So yes, now we just have to kind of get our goals in order. We have to make several more trips to the surface, but, this is a big but, we're not in a rush. It's the last thing we want to do before we're ready to leave. Speaking of which, we do need to stop by Pigmoat Island on the way back as well, but that's fine, because we're going to need to stop by Mount Palmerston as well. So, no issues there. We won't stop by the Abbey. There's not much reason to do so. Let's just head this way. I'm going to keep the light on because this is going to be a very long journey. Very, very long journey. Where else can we drop these? Quite a few places. Quite a few. Oopsie. I was not paying attention, and this is going to hurt a lot. Oh, we missed. Good. They are slow, and with our claymen at the engines, we're actually pretty fast. Yeah, we'll outdistance him fairly quickly. We'll stop by the island here. We're not going to explore the island. We'll just take tea. We don't really need the supplies per se, but like I said, it's going to be a long trip. Terror might become a problem for us. Tea with the factor. You've seen that before. We'll, of course, compile the port report because it's worth some echoes. We have a lot of echoes. I'm actually surprised we survived long enough to get over 3,000 echoes. We'll have to see where we're going to drop these things off. I'm really not sure. The closest places would be better. it shouldn't be too bad. That's right, we still need to stop by Mutton Island because, things. There are some things. Do I have enough places to go to drop these off? That's the question. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I found lots of them. We'll have certain places we want to put these on out, but yeah, this shouldn't be too bad. There's more places to drop these off than I thought. Let's gather intelligence. Let's trade a strange catch for a live specimen. I'd definitely like to do that. In the hour, purple... Let's see. A mist of spores rise in the distance. What does the old sailor say? Give a catch to the udder stream and you'll get... What was it? Luck? Life? Let's find out. Within the hour, purple mycelium spreads throughout the flesh, colonizing your catch with a new vascular system. Another hour and the catch begins moving again. In the third hour, it starts rhyming. Before it begins composing couplets, you whack it in a jar and store it in your hold. That's actually useful. Honey, the shroomer explains, everyone wants honey. Life on the udder shroom is unvarying and occasionally deadly poisonous. Shroomers are desperate for the diversion of the prisoners honey can bring, but vague about what they could pay in return. Supplies, though, at least. Shroomers pile slabs of sweet mauve shroom flesh. It's nourishing, although it does taste rather like a muddy horse. They also generously throw in a blemigan, a whistling, eyeless, mobile fungus thing. Problems? Throw it in the sea. No room? Throw it in the sea. Probably it swims. If not, plenty of room in the sea. Does that actually take up hold space? Wait, we get 5 of them? Oh. I didn't know we got 5. I thought we got 1. Okay, we just got 1 that time. I don't need this many supplies. Well, I have extra Firkins honey now. I was not expecting that. So where do we want to go? We want to go directly west. We'll stop by the Iron Republic, grab another port report, and maybe, I don't know, sell some supplies if they'll let us. If not, we'll just drop off a docile blemigan. In fact, I shouldn't have even bothered getting the additional ones because, well, for reasons. Anyway, you'll see. You'll see. Yeah. We'd like to stop by Nuncio if we could. Turn the light off here for a bit. We'd like to stop by Nuncio. We'd like to stop by Shepherd Isles and the Fathom King's Hold, at the very least. We need to propagate a certain number of these, though. And we'll see as to why in a little bit. So, compile port report. Lost 1 heart, that's fine. Put a blemigan ashore. The blemigan spins boldly down from the gate plank. It seems startled when it meets itself on the quay twice. Duplicate bobs solicitously like ambassadors greeting their peers, and you pass it up onto your ship. First blemigan vanishes in the crowd. The other 2 peer up at you, say, "Are we quite finished here?" Alright, so yay. We gained an extra one. I didn't need an extra one, and that's why I said maybe it would have been best to just have the 5, because we get an extra one here. Not a big deal, though. Oh, yes, and shops. We could buy fuel. We don't need to. We could go to the Parliament of Flies, which isn't all that useful to us, it looks like. Fine. Also, we could speak to the Cloudy Air. You sit in her surgery line with bottles of preserved and pickled body parts. I can't offer you proof, she says. The only strange tongue I speak is my mother's, which is ancient but human. Blades can cut me. I'm not immune to fire, though perhaps the masters are not either. But I have not met anyone who shares my particular skills, and I know my mother. I cannot see her in any ordinary liaison with an ordinary man, much less a husband. She was in her 3rd millennium when she bore me. All right. Explore her surgery. On her shelf she keeps things preserved in alcohol or packed in oil, things she cut from patients. It's her souvenir, she says. Here's the patch of skin from the palm of a woman's hand. I took it from her in order to cure her of the urge to adultery. Now she wears gloves, but she's kept her marriage. There's more difficult work I could be doing. She is playing with her plate between her fingers. Did you know my mother operated on the bazaar itself? She cut away its clayton lobe so it would be at peace and not have to wander on and on. But the operation changed her. She got some of the ichor on her skin. All right. Clattery Air's mother cut off a piece of London's Echo in the bazaar. Where did it go? To acquire a Clattery souvenir, you must find something for the air to operate on. Certain unusual items might do, or you could the opportunity to game on at some ports. Okay. Right, that's going to be difficult. Let's do this. Mother experimented on the lobe in various ways, with Mr. Iron bringing her new implements. It wanted to be on the move, however, and at the end she put it on a ship, or built a ship around it, the Clattery's heart. But it got away from her. Where's the Clattery's heart now, in which she cared to claim her inheritance? Last my mother heard it was in Adam's Way, or somewhere further into the Elder Continent. It might still be seaworthy. In its day, it was the most unusual ship. Do I want it back? I try not to want anything too much. If you care to travel in that direction, I could hardly stop you. You wait long enough, she says a little more. I avoid obsessions myself, but I know one of these days I'll have to operate on myself, remove some desire that has gotten too unwieldy. So we could go to Adam's Way. We've not been there yet. Oh, we could give her a Blem. Ah, our luck quality is bad. Okay, well, sure. That's good enough. We've delivered the first of the Blemikins. We need to get some more handed out, to say the least. That's fine. Fathom's King Hold is right there. We might as well go that way. Yeah, we might as well. Abbey's Rock will work, as will, ow! How can you see me from there? Oh, I'm directly in your vision cone, that's how. That's not good. Alright, the fog bank should get him to stop. So, the Fathom King's Hold. Yeah. We'll head there. We'll have to come back this way to pick up the reward for it, but we'll head there for now. This is a bit of a long roundabout quest. You have to go a lot of places. And once we get to the Fathom King's Hold, we will probably call it a part there. And what I may do is I may go around to the different ports and drop off the Blemigans. There's nothing particularly special about it. The Fathom King's Hold, I think, is the only one of any other real consequence. Nuncio as well, but that's about it. So, Nuncio is kind of in our way. I guess we could go to Nuncio. We can go that way then. Terror's a little high. Supplies are a little short. I don't know if... Well, Nuncio has got fuel, so we can head that way and grab fuel. I could use the Firkin's honey to do a few things as well. I don't really need to, though. Bah. I bought too much. It's not expensive, so I don't really regret it that much, but now it's just taking up whole space. I need to get rid of it. Oh, sure. Now I discover the Failbetter King's Hold. We could trade for Drowning Pearls. We need Scintillac, though. We're going to put a Blemigan ashore. We gain a Drowning Pearl. Gift the Marsilian Mother, the porter says dispassionately. The Fathom King will be pleased. Here, for your trouble. Blemigan, and there we go. And we will compile a port report. We will call it a part. And I will meet you at the next port that we're headed to. So until our paths cross again, have fun and stay safe, everyone.